Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If it's your first time, it's great to have you. If you've been here before, always great to have you back. And today we're going to talk about super resolution. It's a feature that's been on Photoshop for a while and it's now come over to Lightroom, and I want to share with you guys why I might or might not use it. And also as a bonus, I'm going to edit this image, one of my recent favorites, and I'm going to show you how I ended off with this result. So super resolution is very easy and I'm going to show you how to actually use it. But super resolution does what the name actually says. It's turning your image into a super resolution image. It's basically doubling up it in size, and for that reason you might be able to print your photos so much bigger. But I think it goes a bit further than just that, and let's edit one or two and I'll show you. So this is the first sample I want to use for you guys, and I've already edited the image and I quite like it a lot. But I also see a second image in this, and this is where super enhancement might help you to get two images out of one. And I would right click on it, you go to enhance, make sure super resolution is clicked. You can either create a stack or not. It's where Lightroom automatically puts them on top of each other. I prefer not to, and all you do is click on enhance. Okay guys, so this is the enhancement. You can see I can zoom in so much further than with the original, and what I'm going to do here is simply just crop the image. I'm going to crop it quite a bit because the image resolution is so much bigger, so I can go quite tight without losing too much detail. And I'm going to go on the radial filter, add a nice big radial filter here with a sun flare. And by the way guys, I made a radial filter video. I'll link it down below to watch next. Go hop over to that radial filter after this video. Also in that video I have put a couple of tools like this radial filter preset. It's there, downloadable for free, so go check it out, but only after this video. And then that's your image, and you can see I can still zoom in quite a bit. It is a bit slow because it is quite a big file, but you can see from there to there I have two different images. Next sample would be this one. We go right click, enhance, stay for the next image because it's quite a good example. Okay, so here we have the high resolution image. Again, same thing. I'm just gonna crop it like that, have a nice tight image, and we still have loads of resolution to work with. And again, you have two images for the price of one. So the next photo is a beautiful scene with a couple I photographed. I'm just not too fond about the composition. Let me show you why. I've got a bit of dead space here top left. So what I'm going to do, again, I'm going to go super resolution by enhance. Just before I show you what I'm going to do with regards to the crop of this image, I do want to warn you that super resolution does take quite a bit of your PC power. It slows it down quite a bit when working with that file because it is big. It's a way bigger resolution. So just be aware of it. And also remember to stick around for that other photo that I'm going to edit just now. I've done the resolution now. It's very big. The reason I'm going in and out that fast without it loading it, like I just said, it is slowing down the PC quite a bit, and I've got quite a strong PC. But what I'm going to do now is take a crop. I'm going to go 16:9 because I would love to have this panoramic view with no dead space, and I'm going to crop it quite a bit. The reason why you see this white at the bottom is because I used the transform keys to bring the photo upright a bit and make it straighter and not distort it, because I was using this wide angle lens at an angle. So crop it like that. There we go. I'm going to use a radial filter just to make them pop a bit. Just reset it. There we go. Now I'm going to down the exposure a bit. There we go. And crop, add a bit of magenta, and there we have it. So from that composition to that composition for me is so much stronger. So to come to a conclusion with super resolution, will I use it? I don't think I will use it that often, but definitely in certain circumstances, I might want to crop an image quite a bit, and I would use it for that. Will my clients want a super resolution image to print big if it's just a straight out photo? I don't think so. I think my camera files can print big enough for all my clients, but if it comes to a big crop, enhancing it, that might be great. Before I edit this image, I want to give you a shooting tip, and that is when you shoot for bright things like snow in the background or full on in the snow like some of the other photos I just showed you, shoot for the highlights, guys. It is so much easier to bring up the darks than trying to save whites, because once whites are blown, it's unsavable. Whilst if you underexpose an image a bit, you can actually lift up the exposure and it will help you quite a bit. So in this image you can see it is quite underexposed because I exposed for the mountain there and that bright spot there on the snow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my daylight preset. I'm going to up the shadows there. I'm going to up the exposure a bit, and I don't want to go more with the exposure because of what's happening on the mount. So now I'm going to use my radial filter, make sure it's resetted. I'm going to take it like that. I'm just going to press O to see where it's falling. Yes, it is falling there on the couple. I'm going to press O again, and then I'm going to bring up the shadows a bit. There we go, and you can even bring up the exposure a bit. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower the shadows on the whole image a bit, and I'm going to again take a radial filter. This time I want to have it on the sky. So let's just see which areas it's affecting. There we go. And I'm going to bring the exposure down a bit, just a bit. Then I'm going to use dehazing to make those clouds pop and the mountains as well. Maybe add a bit of clarity, and that looks good to me. Then I'm going to use the brush, and the brush is because this area for me is quite bright. I'm going to use the O to see where it's brushing, and it is brushing over the couple. And what I'm going to do now is use Alt. I'm going to zoom in, press on the Alt key, and now I'm going to just brush on them so that whatever I do with the brush is not affecting their faces or bodies. All I'm going to do is I'm going to just bring the exposure on the dam down a bit. There we go, maybe the highlights as well, so that they pop a bit more. One more place I want to brush, and I'm going to use a new brush for it, is this highlighted area over here. Just want to see which areas are affected. That looks good to me. I'm going to bring down the exposure on it a bit and the highlights. There we have it like that. And now we can work with the rest of the image. I'm going to up the warmth a bit. I'm going to go up with the exposure a bit. Maybe the shadows a bit more. Definitely more contrast. There we go. And maybe add a bit of vignetting. I've got a vignetting preset as well. I don't want to go that much. Let's go vignetting 10. And that is it. Guys, I hope you liked the video. Click on that like button. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think. Tell me whether or not you think you will be using super resolution. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.